I also want to ask you about validation. Where do your children's validation come from? Now, and I'm just going to be real with you, I struggled a lot growing up. In middle school and high school, I cared so much about peer perceptions. I wanted everyone to like me. I didn't necessarily want to be incredibly popular, but I wanted people to be in my corner and care about me and be interested in the music I listened to and my favorite sports teams and all of that. And to be honest, my peers at school were not validating me, and I, unfortunately, I was probably seeking to get my self-confidence and my self-worth from them, but it wasn't really happening. But what my parents did, and I think it was very wise of them, as soon as school ended, they had me so very busy for the rest of my days and also my weekends and summer breaks and holidays. And I was involved in singing lessons, dance, I was involved in tennis, I was involved in Boy Scouts, I was involved in community plays. I had all sorts of things going on. And to be honest, I started to derive my self-confidence and my self-worth by who I was becoming. So again, for many kids, peer perception largely dictates self-worth. And that's unfortunate, but that is also just human nature. We want our kids to derive their self-worth out of, again, who they're becoming and also what their future looks like. When I started to get in 11th, 12th grade, I started to think more of college and professional success and hopefully being able to dominate life. And as that became a priority area to me, I was less affected by whether kids were talking about me. And the reality is that they weren't talking about me as much as I thought that they were talking about me, but we often get those thoughts in our head. Also, as you're building self-confidence in your child and you figure out what to do in order to make that happen, and Brooks is going to cover some of that as well, we find that kids are so much better in dealing with any problematic relationships. They're more likely to be forgiving, they're more likely to avoid internalizing the harm and instead allowing it to sort of roll off of their shoulders. They're more likely to actually seek social support instead of isolating and cutting themselves off and just struggling with it on their own, struggling with it silently. And so we definitely want to focus on building that and on resilience, which Brooks is going to talk about in just a little bit.